What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So one thing that people have been asking me about Terra Luna Classic is 10 billion total coins enough? If you don't know what I'm talking about by 10 billion total coins, it's not how much we're burning off. It's not, seeing $10 billion going into there. It's talking about the overall supply, right? And it's talking about the 1.2% burn tax that's supposed to be implemented. Now, the whole idea of it, which we will break down, is that 10 billion is supposed to be left over, right? So that's where we want to get down to, and then it gets shut off. Well, we need to revisit this because is this the right idea if we're looking to maybe repeg USTC? Do we need some sort of another proposal that will basically not stop the 1.2% burn tax until we get to 1 billion or something? I don't know, right? Let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion because this is definitely something that we need to factor into maybe the next couple of months, because this 1.2% burn tax could be something that burns off the supply very, very quickly, or it may take a longer time. But either way, I think we need to introduce the idea right away. So before we get into this, guys, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Don't forget, if you guys want to follow my golf channel, Matt Perry Golf, you can follow me there. We have 5,000 subscribers. We're looking to get to 6, and the goal for the end of the year is 10. So we're going to continue to grow and try and create videos. And I love playing the sport. If you don't like golf, you don't have to subscribe. But if you do, like my content, you'll also get some other things. I'm going to mix in some cryptocurrency stuff into golf content as well. I feel like merging the two channels in a big way is a good thing to do, but I haven't thought of how I would do that yet. So feel free to go and subscribe. Anyways, let's talk about Terra Luna Classic. This is the position, 0.00009493. We've seen it really hover around this area to where it's like has a dropped zero versus an added zero, right? You're seeing 9.4 versus the 0.0001. And this is where it's very interesting. It's like, what's going to increase this? You're going to see the market cap rise. What's going to increase this price? Well, we know we're going to have a bullish market. That's going to increase the price. But the most interest is built around the amount that can burn. The 1.2% that gets implemented into every single transaction, that's what people are excited about. Now, how much volume will go into that? I hope that when people see the path forward, they'll go, you know what? I want to buy into this because it's a no-brainer. As the volume picks up, more gets burned. We're seeing that 6 trillion supply burn down. You see the supply that's right above my head, 6.5 trillion, almost 6.6 trillion versus the 6.9 trillion that's in total supply. How are we going to burn that off, and how fast will it burn off? Well, it'll probably burn off pretty quickly. Where you're looking at, my whole breakdown that I did have. I don't know where it is right now. But you can see it happen in less than a year, 6 months. You can see it happen in a matter of 2 months. You can see it happen in a matter of 1 month, depending on what the volume actually is and how much of that gets burned off, because we don't know if all of the exchanges will automatically implement the 1.2% burn tax, which we do understand there is some discussions with some pretty big holders when it comes to exchanges, but that's a whole nother discussion. But when we look at that, when we look at the 1.2% burn and we break down the whole proposal, the burn mechanism is to be implemented at a 1.2% burn until the supply equals 10 billion Lunic. Now, if you don't know, most people are looking for this to get to $1, right? I know that a lot of people are like, hey, if this gets to $1 and I'm holding 20 million, that's $20 million. That's amazing, right? But for the people that understand what this could be in the future, it's not only about an investment, right? It's not only about gaining the $20 million. It's about turning it into so much more. And it's about being able to build upon something, put it back to what it was, and also create security to make it better. It's just like if you created the helmet, right? The bike helmet. The first bike helmet was probably not the best thing in the world. Then you started to innovate. You started to create the best thing you could possibly create. I'm sure there were more injuries and still brain problems as people were riding bikes with wooden helmets or leather helmets or whatever they had, right? Wooden helmets. But then if you have certain things that make it just a better product and a safer product, you're going to innovate. You're going to change that up. You're going to make sure that it's a better product there. The same thing here, right? You have a project and you want to make sure it's a better project. Even if it is an algorithmic stablecoin, algorithmic stablecoins haven't had success in the past. They've all failed, right? Every single one of them have all failed. But does that mean that every single one of them has to fail? No, it does not mean that. How can you find a way to secure the algorithm and the whole algorithmic stablecoin so that that stays in place, we don't see it collapse, and there's a less likelihood for that to happen? Well, there's multiple ways, and I'm not going to sit here and give you all these ways to do that. But the point is if you want to re-enable the algorithm and repeg USTC to $1, you need Terra Luna Classic to be worth so much more. It can't be worth $1. It can't be worth 50 cents, because that's less than the value of USTC. You need Terra Luna Classic to be more valuable than USTC for this whole entire thing to balance out, right? You need to be able to mint less coins over here to get more of an impact in USTC. Does that make sense? So how do you get it to a level of $2? Well, at a 10 billion supply, a level of $2 is a $20 billion market cap. Is that enough? $2? No, it's not. It's higher than what the $1 peg is, but you would still have to, if you needed to mint $10,000 worth of UST or 10,000 UST, you also have to now mint 5,000 Terra Luna Classic, and that's to buy the 10,000 UST to bring the price back up to where it was, right? So as you see the certain prices, you basically just splitting that in half. So if it's 100,000 you need to mint over here, $100,000 worth. Well, now you're looking at 50,000 coins that you need to end up minting. So it obviously increases as it gets attacked more, and it's not a good situation. This is why it didn't work out. As you saw it so low, Terra Luna Classic was dropping so low, USTC was also dropping. So trying to mint all of these coins just created billions and trillions of coins, and it did not work. So you need some sort of backing. But the way that you can get there is by having a higher price for Terra Luna Classic. So 10 billion is probably too high. Get it back to the 1 billion that it was at, and then we can call it a day. If it gets down to 1 billion, then we can see a $20 price, and that's still a $20 billion market cap. That's amazing, right? That's phenomenal to be able to see something like that, because now you're not looking at a $20 price being $200 billion worth of a market cap, which is absolutely crazy for a, I'm not going to say, a horrible coin, because it's not a horrible coin, for something that's not Bitcoin or Ethereum, right? So I think a new proposal has to be placed, and this is why I talked about this. This is why this is in the title and the thumbnail, all of that. A new proposal has to be placed to where this 1.2% burn goes all the way until 1 billion, not 10 billion. I don't understand why they would go to 10 billion. What's the mindset behind going to 10 billion? Is it because they wanted to see it get to a $10 billion market cap? Right now, it's only holding a $1 billion market cap. So a $1 billion market cap at a 1 billion supply would be $1. A $1 billion market cap at a 10 billion supply would be 10 cents. So to try and repeg USTC off of 10 cents is not going to work. So that's why something needs to be placed there, and we need to have this deeper conversation as to if it actually should stop at 10 billion. I think it should stop at some point, or as we see minting happen, maybe there should be that tax to create a treasury, right? To mint more coins. There should be the tax should always be there to create the treasury to mint more coins, so that if you're going through days and weeks or whatever, and you still have that 1.2% burn, it doesn't affect you. But what it does do is it builds up a larger pool of actual dollars, right? That you can now put into USTC that got attacked. So in my opinion, I don't think the 1.2% burn should stop at all. I think the 1.2% tax should stay there. Whether it's a burn or if it's a tax is, debatable. But I think the 1.2% burn should definitely only go to 1 billion. And then that 1.2% tax should stay there as a form of a treasury or marketing or security or something. Something would be there to help out the overall situation as we see billions of dollars flow through this per month. So you let me know. Is that a good idea? Should we see, hopefully you guys watched all the way to the end. Is that a good idea to go all the way to 1 billion and then keep the tax going, but keeping the money in like a security or something like that somewhere, right? Keeping it, in a secure place. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, just throwing out ideas, but I feel like there needs to be another proposal. You let me know if it's a good idea. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, if you guys want to follow my golf channel, again, golf channel is right here. Follow it, subscribe. Link is down in the description. Follow me on Twitter at Perry8K. You can also follow me on Instagram if you want. I'm going to get out of here and I'll catch you guys in the next video.